I wonder what they're like.
From our viewpoint, Professor, they're either suprahuman or subhuman.
Hello out there in the YouTubeverse, it is Max and I am back at ya with another draft here on MTGArena. Welcome on in, Superliminal Entertainment, happy to have you. And we are doing Powered Cube today. We love Powered Cube, it just started, and so there's no reason for me to not jump in. Haven't seen you in a minute, haven't heard from you in a minute. I've been around doing lots of Lorcana. Kind of just missed Lorwyn, honestly, but with the aggressive release schedule this year, unless a set really jumps out at me, I probably won't be drafting it too much. Probably will draft some TMNT if it sounds good. Mostly interested in the, like, quote-unquote good draft formats. It's kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm just picking my battles with my gems. So let's take a look at our pack one here. We have Tolarian Academy, which is a really good build-around. That's probably what we take. We also have Gristlebrand, which is a really nice build-around. Underneath of that, like kind of the next level of playability, we have like Lightning Bolt. I see some other stuff, like Consider's fine, Gobin, Planisphere. Like, these are all fine. I like Goldspan and Robberid a decent amount. They're all fine cards. Like, this isn't a bad pack, but I think the drop-off is fairly significant after you hit Gristlebrand. I think Tolarian Academy is probably our best bet. We'll try to build the artifact deck. I don't mind jumping off of that if I need to, but this deck does have 3 artifacts that could wheel. I'd also be happy to take a Consider out of this pack. Or no, sorry, 4 because of the Planisphere. So a lot of opportunity there for us to take something good to follow up with Tolarian Academy. I am not the biggest. I like the Tolarian Academy decks. I do think that they're a little bit tricky to build because you do want to have some wheels and you do want to have some ways to get Tolarian Academy, and you do want to obviously load up your deck with lots of good artifacts. So I find it to be a little cumbersome in drafting personally, just because it's a little out of my style. The Days Undoing's not bad. It's a way to let us do something. There's a Polluted Delta, which I take the fetch lands pretty highly. Wan Shi Tong obviously plays really well when we have a ton of mana, so that's an interesting choice. We also have Pinnacle Emissary, which works really well in this style of deck. Opens us up to potentially playing red. Days Undoing's and like probably the worst wheel in the cube, but still pretty good. There's also Quantum Riddler, which is solid as well. Maybe we just take Wan Shi Tong and we try to get into things that way. We could also take like a piece of cheap removal, but that would be red. The Pinnacle Emissary, I think, wheels, so we'll see if we can get really... In the back of my mind, I want to be red for the most part anyway. This is a 3rd pick Mox Emerald, and if you're familiar with the cube and the way the cube works, they programmed it so that you don't have 2 pieces of power, and that includes Soul Ring and Mana Crypt. So there's like a power 11 that you can't get 2 of. So this got passed through 2 people. That includes a Hull Breacher, an Underworld Breach, to a lesser extent a Mana Leak. I am staggered. I'm not sure what to make of this. I'm taking the Mox Emerald because it works with what I have, but I can't imagine 2 picks that would be above... This is arguably the worst Mox, right? But 2 picks that would be above that is hard to fathom. Could take balance here. These decks are often very good at balancing because you put so much into your artifacts that you're able to play out to the board very quickly, and then there's very little left. I think that's probably, honestly, the strongest pick over what, to my eyes, look like a Chromatic Star or a Golos next. So I'm going to take balance out of this pack, see if we can get back any of these artifacts. Looks like the packs, in terms of artifact counts look pretty healthy. Like, nobody's really trying to force the Tolarian Academy without the Academy, which you do see from time to time because it's a very popular archetype. I see a Lorien revealed here. That's likely what I'm going to take. When we have big mana, a draw 3 is not out of the realm of possibility. Obviously, at Island Cycles, this card just does a lot of heavy lifting for what we want. It will definitely make the first, like, Island Plains very valuable for us. There's an Underground Sea in this pack as well. And then from there, it kind of drops off. I'd be happy if, like, Teferi were to wheel, but I'm not going to count on that. But I think that the Lorien revealed is a little bit more valuable to me. So we'll take that here. Zurin Orb. Saheeli is probably what we want to take out of this pack. This is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get to make an artifact, which kind of pops off with the Tolarian Academy. So that's what I'm the most interested in. I'd say my next biggest piece of interest is probably something like Pyrokinesis because it's free. My favorite card in this pack, without a doubt, is Fast Bond. But yeah, we'll take Saheeli out of this particular pack and won't feel too bad about it. There's a Mirror Battle Sphere, which is obviously very good payoff for having the Tolarian Academy. There's a Talisman of Dominance, a Talisman of Creativity, and after that, probably something like an Underworld Sewers. So we could take the Battle Sphere if we want to. It's castable off of the Tolarian Academy. I just don't know if this is, like, too much upside when I really should just be taking a Talisman, which looks like it'll do some amount of work. I look like a Jeskai colored setup, so neither of these Talisman are too fantastic, but I will take the Talisman of Dominance. I think I would, if I had to guess, I would go with black before I would go with anything else. Pyrite Spellbomb out of this pack is pretty darn good. Asika's Chariot is pretty darn good, also an artifact, but we did take the blue Talisman, not the blue-green Talisman, so we're a little punished there, but I think Pyrite Spellbomb is excellent in the style of deck. 1 and 0 cost artifacts are an absolute premium in a Tolarian Academy deck, so I am going to push to get every one of those I can reasonably in the deck. And again, now we're really looking for, we've gotten even some big card draw with the Lorien revealed and the Wan Shi Tong, so I think this is going, as far as I can tell, pretty darn well. So from my experience, it looks pretty good. And we're back to our original pack, and we have Planisphere and Consider and Lava Spur Boots, along with a Beaumont Courier, of course, but I think it's between Planisphere and Consider here. I'll just take the Consider. I want to be able to find my Tolarian Academy, and having little cantrips in the beginning of the game are going to be how I do it. So that's at a pretty big premium. Like cycling spell bombs is nice. We did see a Chromatic Star in one of the packs. I would love for that to wheel, because that's a really nice way to be able to help us fix our mana, be an artifact, and draw a card. So it kind of does absolutely everything. But any deck can play it, so sometimes they get taken. I'm not counting on it to wheel, but I would love for it to wheel. Here we have that Pinnacle Emissary coming back. I think that's probably what we want over the Days Undoing. Days Undoing is just such a rough one. Like, you have to end the turn. It's a big ask. I'm just going to take the Pinnacle Emissary. Also weird to see a Polluted Delta this late. If I wasn't so committed to the Tolarian Academy, I would definitely be looking at that Polluted Delta here. Surprised to see the packs going so slow this late into it, you know, coming up to now where things are wheeling and whatnot. So people are really putting in a lot of thought here, perhaps maybe having to abandon a little bit of initial setup and trying to get a little creative in their picks. But we'll see what we get. Right now our artifact count is 4, so really looking to bolster that first and foremost, of course. Watery Grave, not my favorite thing ever. Hedge Maze, not my favorite thing ever. But we'll take, I think, the Watery Grave, just in case we need it. Plenty of black fixing now, and now we're just looking for, obviously, more importantly, red and white fixing. But I'll take this just in case. It is also an island, so we can grab it up if we get any type of fetch that looks for those things, like the just past Polluted Delta. Here, just take Golos. It's an artifact. It finds Tolarian Academy. We have something like the Watery Grave. If we end up being able to trigger Golos, great. If we don't play Golos, that's fine too. That means we have an absolute, real heavy amount of artifacts, so I just don't see much reason to take. None of these are very good for me. Just take the Underground Sea. We're just absolutely fixed for black if we want it. Take the Sunbaked Canyon over a Hell Rider for sure. And a Verge is the last pick, so plenty of lands here. First pick, or second pick, Soul Ring after we got our first pick, Tolarian Academy. That's pretty insane. Having to pass a stock up feels a little rough. There's a Cryptic in this pack I'd be happy to have. A Retrofit or Foundry that I'd be happy to have. What else here? Volcanic Island, which I'd be happy to have. This is a really good pack for us. If I could sealed out of this pack and just skip drafting for it, I'd be pretty happy with it. Like, I'd be happy with Path to Exile. So many cards in here I'd be happy with. So many I doubt come back, but we'll see. Definitely taking Soul Ring, though. Being able to just put more artifacts down quickly is a premium. So, we'll see what we can do. Lion's Eye Diamond, a little less so. Ponder's pretty good. Could take a Wrath, but that's not exactly where I want to be yet. I think the Ponder's a little bit more valuable than the Wrath is. Elegant Parlor's fine. We do have a Sunbaked Canyon to help fix for white and red. Not the best fixing here. There's also an Aang's Iceberg, which is fine. Animate Dead, super strong, not for us. But yeah, we'll just take Ponder out of this one. Mana Drain, that's pretty nice. Wasteland, Stern Scalding, Crucible to a lesser extent. Strip Mine and Titania in the same pack's pretty funny. Starting Town, Sacred Foundry, all these are acceptable for sure. There's another very good pack, Grief in this pack. Like, there's just a lot of stuff in the pack, but we'll take Mana Drain here for sure. Ulamog is a nice payoff for having a lot of mana. Reband's a really nice piece of cheap interaction. Expressive Iteration, I'm hoping a wheel. Hollowed Fountain's a good piece of fixing that we really strongly can consider taking here. I think I kind of want the... Where's our artifact count? Still pretty low, right? 6? This Ulamog looks pretty good, but maybe I just need to take the Hollowed Fountain so I can cast my balance. It's really tough. I guess we'll be disciplined and take the Hollowed Fountain here. I'll move the Sunbaked Canyon up into the main deck as well. Alright. Wow, following up that Ulamog as a channel pack. That's kind of funny. Mind Collapse. We have a blue-red Tri-Land. We have a Flood Farm Verge, which is pretty cool. Just 1 second. All right, still with you. The dog was barking, so I didn't want to subject you to that. There's a Planisphere here, or Palantir here, excuse me, not a Planisphere. Frantic Search, cool, but not for us. Kappa Cannoneer's pretty good. Maybe we should take that. I guess we'll take Kappa Cannoneer over the Palantir. That seems solid to me. They're both very good. Like, I'm not disappointed with either one, but I think the Kappa Cannoneer is going to be a little bit better for us. Just need more of the cheap artifacts is what I'm looking for. Tezzeret seems like a slam dunk for us. Again, just if we can get a few more cheap artifacts, I'm going to be really happy. If next pack treats us well, I think this deck's going to be an A+. Just need a little bit more card draw. Oh, Mox Opal, that's what I'm talking about. Having to pass a crown or a coveted jewel, which kind of sucks, and a Celestial Colonnade and a Steam Vents. Did I miss this? Oh, no, this is pack 8. Okay. I was like, did I miss this? Because I felt like I already saw Steam Vents, but maybe I'm crazy. I know Volcanic was in our opening pack, so we're taking Mox Opal here, no question. That is in this style of Tolarian Academy decks. That card is just a Mox. It's a legitimate Mox. It's better than, in some cases, better than our Mox Emerald. So there's no way we don't take that. Volcanic Island versus Retrofitter Foundry. Oh, this is a nightmare. I knew they were both in here, and I said I wanted both of them. Oh, man. I feel like I have to take Retrofitter. Oh, that hurts, because I know we passed that Steam Vents, and we're just, like, never getting it back, ever. That really sucks, but I think Retrofitter's too important to the game plan to not take Scrubland, and yeah, just nothing but a suplex for us here. Not that I don't mind. That's a great card. Stern Scalding, probably better than Starting Town, potentially. Or maybe we just take Starting Town because we're hurting for fixing. I'll do that. Expressive Iteration did wheel. That's really good news for us. Bad news, we're not going to have great fixing, but good news for us in that regard. We'll take Ghostfire Slice as some interaction. Getting a lot of red interaction late. So right now, we have some fixing. It's just not stellar fixing. Like, it's not fetches. It's not duels. Like, both of our duels actually kind of get black. So it's kind of funny we've seen really no black. Black looks to be pretty heavily contested, which is fine. I'm nowhere near those colors anyway, or that color anyway. Green and black cards can just keep going as long as I am getting artifacts here. And we've done a pretty good job with our artifact count at 9 so far. Take a Pest Infestation just because I guess I don't want it played against me, but that doesn't matter in this style of draft. All right, on to the next one. Pack 3. Can it help us? Ralgren Triumph is a pretty big help. Prismatic Vista is a pretty big help. Other than that, a ton of red interaction. Truly not much else. I think I just take the Triome here. I'm thinking it's the Triumph. The next closest would be like Coalition Relic. I'll just take the Triumph here over the Vista, because this... I mean, Vista, you can argue, if we play a basic, can get everything. I'm trying not to play a white source. Right now, I have 3 white sources to cover balance. So I should be totally good on that, right? Like, I have everything covered, mostly just focused on red-blue fixing, which we're not going to get because we've already passed the Scalding Tarn and the... or not the Scalding Tarn, but the Steam Vents and the Volcanic Island. So Scalding Tarn would be the closest we could possibly get. Caracas is a nice piece of technology to fiddle with a fast, speaking of Scalding Tarn, fast play from the opponent, especially like a quick, cheap legendary card. There is an Ang that's pretty good. There's an Ancient Tomb, which is nice with a lot of this colorless stuff, but I think Scalding Tarn is going to be pretty valuable to help fix our mana. So I'm going to continue to focus on that. Not much in the way of artifacts we're giving up. Tinker's probably like the worst thing, and we don't have a good payoff for Tinker outside of like Kappa Cannoneer. So I'm not gonna fall over to get a Tinker here, as good as I think the card is. I think the One Ring is what we want now. That's a very good card, and it's 3rd pick. Which, 3rd pick, we got a Mox in pack 1, so who the heck knows what's going on here. But I like the One Ring. Multiversal Passage is solid. No More Lies is solid. Windstrip Teeth is fine, but not really great for us. Phantasmal Image would be a nice pickup. I'd love a Legion Extruder to wheel. But for now, we'll take the One Ring. More card draws what I'm after. Oh, man. Swords to Plowshares versus Aether Spellbomb. There's a Fury, a Get Lost, an Inspiring Vantage. What's our artifact count? 10? I think we have to take the Aether Spellbomb to make sure we're good. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 2019. Yeah, we need playables, and we need artifacts. Expedition Map can help us find our Tolarian Academy. There is a small chance it could wheel. There's some powerful cards. Like, we could take Emrakul to try to use the mana ramp to get to Emrakul quickly. It's a strong card. And then hope to wheel the Expedition Map if nobody else wants it. The only other player who would want it would probably be the Strip Mine player. Oof. I feel like we don't have a lot of top end, so I guess we'll take Emrakul here. There's a Talisman of Progress, which I think we have to take over Miscalc, most likely. Wow, Force Negation, Miscalc, Karn. Karn's actually pretty good, too. Coming up at a pretty light spot on our curve. It makes Construct, so I'll take it. I'll say it counts as an artifact. So our artifact count technically is 12 right now. Because, I mean, he can immediately spit out a Construct, so I don't think that's hyperbolic to say it can count as an artifact. Also a win con, something we're kind of missing a little bit, some top end. Eagles can be cycled. Winds is just really good piece of interaction. We have a decent amount of white fixing. Nettle Cyst is fine. I think Leyline Binding is a bit ambitious. Let's take Nettle Cyst here. Just make sure we have hit our artifact count. Wow, Counterspell on the 8th pick. I mean, if nobody wants this card, I guess I'll just take it. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. We should be pretty good on everything now. We just have to shore up some curve spots. Could take a Flame Slash here as a single mana piece of interaction. I think that's fine. What do we not want to play? That's going to be the tricky part. We did get the Tinker on the wheel. Nothing huge to get because Emrakul is not an artifact. We could take Oust again as cheap interaction, or JVP. That's interesting. I guess we'll take JVP. Slowing the opponent down is exactly what we want to be doing. There's the Legion Extruder I wanted. We'll definitely take it over No More Lies. I picked up a super late Counterspell, so I have Counterspell and Mana Drain. No complaints. I don't know what the Legend of Roku does. Oh, wow, that's interesting. I think I just take Inspiring Vantage, though. Nothing really great for us. We probably won't start any of those cards. Force of Negation this late versus Seachrome Coast. Holy crap. I guess I'll take Force of Negation and see if I can make it fit. And a last pick, Winds of Abandon, also playable. Okay, we're definitely in the open colors, getting some of the stuff we got late. Look like blue. Look, we got a lot of blue-black fixing early, and then like we just got a lot of blue cards. So if I move this over here, and I move this over here, I would say we could cut a couple of things. I don't think we want basic planes, because I don't think we're going to play Winds of Abandon. So for that reason, I don't think we want basic planes. I think that's fine. Yeah, because that just leaves us just balance, which I think is powerful enough to play. I don't think we need all of it. I don't think we need the Vantage. So I think that's fine. It's 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Mana Sword. Oh, Soul Ring's in here too. Could probably drop a land for the Soul Ring if we wanted to. Just go down an island. 3 mountains doesn't seem like it's too aggressive. Yeah, I think that's okay. So now we have to cut 3 non-land cards, or non-mana source cards. And we do have the Talisman as well, so kind of like between the two, I think we can definitely make up for. JVP, do we want this? We don't have like the best interaction, because we did pass some of the white interactions, so maybe that's not super good here. Force of Negation, Pinnacle Emissary, Saheeli, Nettle Cyst. Nettle Cyst on the weaker side. What do we have for artifacts? 13. We have no Upheaval, we have no Draw 7s. We passed just Days Undoing. Golos looks a little suspect. It's probably the weakest card straight up. Starting Town. Like, I just don't know if it's worth putting in, like, because this makes green. Starting Town could make the black. And then we have red, white, and blue. So it's like, there's a really outside chance we could activate Golos. But we didn't get the Chromatic Star back. And we also blacken our Talisman. Could maybe argue Suplex is on the weaker side. But I do need some amount of interaction as well. Feels like Golos is the thinnest. But if we get to 5, like if we just play a Talisman or a Soul Ring, we can get Golos down so fast. And that gets us our Tolarian Academy. And that just seems like where we want to be to a large extent. I think we have to get rid of Suplex here. Low to cut another land. We have enough blue cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other blue cards. There's enough targets for Force of Negation, for sure. And that can really help us make sure we don't get totally wrecked, I think. Especially if we tap out on a big turn, holding that up feels pretty good. We have Lorien revealed too as an additional mana source. I could get very greedy here. 4, 5, 6. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 land. Soul Ring, Mox. The one Mox is a little thin, but added all together, I think we're in about the right spot for mana sources. It's tricky. Pinnacle Emissary could be a little bit high risk when we already have the Saheeli. Maybe we don't need the redundant Pinnacle Emissary here. Plus we have Retrofitter Foundry to make tokens. Yeah, maybe we just go with Pinnacle Emissary. It's cheap and it can definitely spit out a bunch of artifacts, but I think we're already pretty good at that. We have Karnstructs and everything else, so I think that's the way to do it. It also cuts a red pip, which is nice. It takes a little bit of the constraint off of our mana, though its warp cost is hybrid, which is super nice. Makes it pretty good. Alright, we get to go first. We have Mox into Island if we want it. We can cycle Lorien Revealed for an island. We could turn to Tezzeret to untap the Mox. So I guess this is fine. I think we just lead on Island, and we probably Island cycle Lorien Revealed here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just gotta hope for no, like, Thoughtseize effect. It's like if we play it to the board and they blow it up, that's bad. If we play a Thoughtseize, or if we keep it in our hand and they play a Black Source and Thoughtseize, it's bad. Do we want a tap land on this turn? I don't think so. Right now we have no color constraints that are being put on us. It's tough. I guess we'll take the Triumph. Okay. So we can play Triumph, tapped, play Retrofit or pass. And then next turn we could One Ring if we want to, or we can Tezzeret. Tezzeret's just a little bit scary because we could get a Mox Opal. Yeah, I guess we do that.
You're inferior in every possible way.
Yeah, we'll get Mox Opal here. We have to get Mox Opal because we just want to play it to get Teferia Loyalty so that their Elvish Mystic can't clear it.
I am in charge here.
So that's what we're the most worried about. And then next turn I can play Retrofitter. Okay, there's a Saga. To a Nettle Cyst. Okay. We have a Flame Slash. Can't use it right this second, but we can if we play this. Do that. Put a Loyalty onto Teferi.
I expect success.
Okay. Flame Slash the Germ. Or do we want to just hit the Elvish Mystic? Probably just the Mystic. Play a Raugrin Triumph tap. Untap Mox Opal.
Make yourself useful.
Pass. They get to make a Karnstruct if they want to. Their Urza Saga. Okay. Formidable Speaker. So you get to tutor for a creature if they discard a card. Turn any card into a creature. So very throwbacky to Survival of the Fittest. I guess that's why he's so formidable. He's the fittest. Okay. We got Urza. Do we want to block?
Mana still obeys me.
I think the answer is probably yes. Play the One Ring here.
There is no system I can't improve.
Good. Okay, I think we just play a balance here. We lose 2 land. They lose a card in hand. Or we lose 1 land. Fralgrim. No. I think it's a reasonable time to balance here. Keeps them off of Urza-ing as easily without the blue source, potentially. I mean, that was no change there. They lose all their pressure otherwise, so they can't put Urza down and immediately generate as much in the way of mana, hopefully. They can't pressure as much as they were going to, because the untapping is relevant here, and there's a few things that could have been pretty scary. They did not make a token, so they probably, I was gonna say probably the blue source, but it looks like they don't. Revoker is going to revoke our Tezzeret. Let's go. Surprised I didn't use the Haywire Might at the end of turn. I'll pay 2 life to have the center untapped.
Bow to your new overlord.
I think we'll just chill here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Mana drain at the ready if they ever get to a second blue source. Sure. That's interesting. They're just letting me have the Revoker, which is really interesting.
All too easy.
What a 12. We're just gonna blow up the Haywire Might? My turn. Solarian Academy? No. We may not have a Solarian Academy.
Even the smallest trinket has its use. I am in charge here.
I guess we'll make Kappa Cannoneer here.
There is no system I can't improve.
Mountain, I think we pass. See if they get that blue source. Day's Undoing. Do I want 3 mana? I think the answer is yes. There's a lot of things that don't help us much. I think we have to place a Healy here.
What an interesting creature. Let's see how you work.
So, what artifact do we want to target? I guess it'll be the One Ring? I guess I'm going to use it first. There's the Tolarian Academy. Okay, this opponent.
Soon you will grow.
Gonna have to try.
There is no system I can't improve. Soon you will grow. My network
Pop this
is
back to their
already
hand.
vast.
Which I imagine provokes them to blow it up. They do not. Okay.
I am in charge here. My network is already vast.
Oh. 23-23 Kappa Cannoneer. Good enough to get the job done. Okay. We had that turn to win. That turn only. Or we would have died to our own One Ring. Alright. Alright, good start. The deck is working. We're drawing enough cards. We are doing enough powerful things. So, we're checking boxes. Alright, we get to go first. We have a Verge, but it doesn't help us. We have a Flame Slash, and it keeps us up. So we have to find a blue source. Or a Plains, which Ralgren Triome would work for. I guess it's very dicey, but we'll lead on Mountain. And hopefully buy ourselves enough time. If they're coming out aggressive, we can Flame Slash the first thing and find a blue source as quickly as possible. Or at least an artifact ramp to get us to 1 ring. We'll see. It's going to be dicey. It's really going to be dependent on the top of our deck. But, I mean, I guess you could argue this could be a mulligan. Because, like, we would go down Kappa Cannoneer. Like, we'll see. It's close. I think in Cube you can be a little bit more aggressive with how you mulligan. More akin to Constructed than Limited. So in this case, I definitely could be the problem. It is opponent's action, and they are just taking a while. Okay. Blue. Expedition. So it looks like we could be in the mirror here. Play a Verge Pass. Drew Golos, which is good if we can get something. Soul Ring. Mox Emerald. Play out Metal Cyst. They counter it, that's fine. They can spell Pierce. Right now all they have is Workshop. Untapped land would be great. So they have Golos, likely going to see him grab an Academy here. There's an Ancient Tomb. I think we pay the 2 life here. So now we're online with blue sources. I think we just start with a 1 ring here. Lotus Petal. So are they more of a breach deck? Like more Underworld breachy? Lotus. Feels like that's what they're going for. This is a lot of quick mana, like a lot of quick burst mana here. Time Twister. That's kind of, I mean, they definitely get an advantage there. They have 1 card left. I had 5. Okay. 3 Black Lotus. So they've cast quite a few spells here. I wasn't counting on my fingers, but it feels like 6 or 7. They do have blue mana if they found a Brainstorm. So 7 3s, 21. Legend of Kuruk. There's 1 blue left available. So they're going to draw. Scry 2 draw. So they could pop the Lotus. Nope, okay, floating mana went away. They're just left on a Workshop. Balance. They have 3, 4, 5 land. They 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. Man, that's a shame. They have two creatures, we have 1. This doesn't get hit. Interesting. I don't think this is the right spot for us to be able to balance easily. I think we just kind of have to... Tezzeret.
Soon
We shall search. Get ourselves a Soul Ring.
mine. Every piece grants me power. All too easy.
Activate our 1 ring. Interesting. Play Ralgren Triome. Oh, we can only cycle it. We played a land already. We can balance away a creature and not much else, so I don't think now's the time for that. I think we just discard the Rauben Triumph. What can we do here? Two top. Not good news for us. Next turn, weak stone. Draw two? Or are they going to kill my critter? Kill the critter. Okay. I'm coming after Tezzeret here. They could have done that anyway and just let me block Golos. It's interesting. They just wanted to get 3 damage at me? Oh. They give me a lot more credit than I deserve. No.
This is only a temporary halt in progress.
Alright, so what of the second main phase and the 6 cards? Yeah, it's a bad fight for a balance, unfortunately.
Let us begin.
If they make a Karnstruct, it's probably going to have to be balanced now. Okay, they went for the reveal.
Are you certain of your decision?
My turn. Don't want to play that. No, I want to play Golos for Tolarian Academy. Alright, I'm going to play Island. Spellbomb. I guess we'll Legion Extruder on the Trinket Mage. Do they have a Spell Pierce? Daze? Sure, I can daze my... I'll end the turn here. What I would like for them to do is kind of interact, and then we do need this Kuruk to flip, or whatever you want to call it, transform. Really leaning on this balance to do a lot. If I can draw a counterspell, I think I have to One Ring. Did not draw Force of Negation. Okay. Interesting, they're still plussing the Karn. Give them the card draw over the sneak attack. Which the sneak attack could definitely just win them the game in one clip, so. They cycle. If they attack us, we just block the Trinket Mage, I think. If they attack with just Golos, we just block. So their attacks are pretty bad there. They won't be on this turn, though. See if they have the ability to recycle another turn. If they have a draw 7, we definitely lose this one.
Move in unison, like wind and wave.
A curious choice.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
A Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Dig through time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They are out of blue unless they crack their expedition map, but I believe they already played a land. So I think they're out of blue mana. So hopefully Balance can do some heavy lifting here. They definitely have something just disturbing. But so they have 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we have to balance here and play Mox. Play Retrofitter. See if they have the counter. Doesn't look like it. Yep. Forgot about that one. You can definitely iterate. That is looking at 3. Ponder doesn't help. Sunbaked and Starting Town. 1 into my hand. 1 into the library. Oh, if I put it on here or not, I think I can play this, yeah.
Today I craft my victory. Genius is as genius does. I was not prepared for this.
I think that does it. I think they just win here because they just draw enough cards. They have 5 cards in library. So I think they just play Jace, use the Jace, use the card draw. Yeah, they have it. They can run through it. Not much I could do about that one. Alright, 1-1. See if we can keep it going. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, we're here every Thursday. New video on the YouTubes. On Sundays, we're over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/superliminalfilms. If you can spell it, you can find us. You found us once already. I know you can do it again. Always playing games, having a lot of fun. A lot of Magic, a lot of Lorcana. lot of all different medley of games getting played over there. We like trading card games, tabletop games, video games, you name it, we're playing it. If you're nerdy about it, we're nerdy about it. I'll stop pitching you now. But yeah, you can check us out either place. We're all over the place. Check out the Illumination podcast if you're a fan of Disney Lorcana. That's out every other Wednesday. I said I would stop pitching and I didn't. Way to pay attention and call me out on it. I appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully we can get around some of the awkwardness. They were on exactly what we didn't want them to be on, artifacts and planeswalkers, and that's really hard for us to interact with. So maybe I need to like drop the flame slash and put in something like a suplex, because I do believe that can deal the damage to planeswalkers and it helps us interact with artifacts. So maybe something like that would be good. And again, I think my keep was a little loose for sure. We have balance. We can get a Ralgren Triome on one. I think that's good enough to keep this. Definitely better than our last one. Emrakul again makes it a bit of a mulligan situation, or at least it looks kind of like that's like a mulligan. Definitely could be. Scalding Tarn. We just do the thing they did. Only negative is if we get stripped. Ziatora's Proving Ground. It's possible. Junland. To another multicolored land. I think we just pass back here. We're happy taking our time. Next turn we can play Spellbomb, still hold up this counter spell if we want to. DT. I'm just going to counter that. We have the mana available to us. I don't want to sit and try to hold this counter spell for the next who knows how long, you know? And the turn there. We have the ability to draw a card or bounce a creature if they play one. Ooh, sneak attack. Okay. Was the DT for a creature to sneak attack with? I think we just draw a card here. Oh, the damage is already done. Let's ponder. Am I interested in this? We're gonna shuffle. Don't really want any of that. We'll hold mana drain in case, but they might just be able to sneak something out here. Yep. What do we get? We do a little bit of shuffling, but... Okay. I think balance will just mop all this up. Magic 2. The biggest downside to balance is we lose a lot of cards. Place a Healy here.
World yields half, not
We'll just Flame Slash the Wan Shi-Tong. Or it could be the Delighted Halfling. Any of these are fine, really. We'll just do the Wan Shi-Tong. That puts on our Mox Opal. It's a little awkward, but... see what else they have. Gaia's Cradle. They got one.
learn from this.
Not much we can do here. We could Karn, but that doesn't do a whole lot. We can balance, but they just keep the Ulamog. So I just don't think there's much we can do to remove this card. We couldn't have countered that anyway because they used the Delighted Halfling. Oh, I meant to make a Karn Struck. That was my fault. here. Just lose to that. That's my fault. I should have picked Halfling instead of just killing my Wan Shi Tong. I didn't expect them to immediately have an 11 cost Haymaker after they sneak attacked. See if I have anything in here that can deal with stuff. So I definitely need to be able to interact a little bit more favorably with creatures. I guess the suplex is the play and we drop the Flame Slash because it's looked pretty underwhelming. It doesn't change our mana requirements in any way. The Winds of Abandon's interesting. We could just like use it as a Wrath if need be, but it's really taxing our mana. It'd also be nice to just get some artifacts in the Tolarian Academy going. But I should have just blasted the Halfling and then potentially been able to counter. Okay. Again, this looks like a serviceable hand of cards. Let's see what we can do, though. Do this. I think we'll play a red Spellbomb here. Swamp. Can suplex their first play. There's some Night's Whisper. Okay. Swamp. Night's Whisper's interesting. Play Island. Mox Opal. Make Aether Spellbomb, I guess. Leave that there. Yeah. This turns on Mox Opal. Means next turn we can drop a One Ring and hopefully get some cards going. Intrepid Adversary. Okay. Just gonna get this going. White black. We have suplex. We have Spellbomb. Looks like some kind of reanimator build. We can mana drain unless they reanimate this turn. If they reanimate this turn, it's going to be problematic. We can bounce it with Aether Spellbomb if we have to. So we have a few options going for us here. I don't think we're just straight dead or anything. Look at Titan. Funk. Let's draw some cards. Play out the Flood Fund Verge. Just suplex this guy. I'm trying to keep it alive? Why? I guess I can just Pyrite Spellbomb it. Maybe next turn we'll set up a Nettle Cyst. I'm just trying to make sure I hold up as much 5/4 Menace. So other creatures get this. 5/4 Menace for 5? Okay. Sure. Just gonna draw a card here. Okay, that's fine. I think here we'll just get basic island if we have any left. We do. Draw. Okay, Soul Ring. The Retrofitter. Play. I really don't like the way you're attempting to auto-tap me. Oh, is it okay? Because I have... Yeah, that's fine. Assist. Mana Drain into Academy, Karn, Golos. I think we're in a pretty good space now. Infernal Grasp. Sure. bounce it? Sure. It just cancels the attack, though. Sure. Yeah, that's cool. That was the big play, huh? Okay, that's good for me.
There is great power in the things we make.
Okay, wait, come back. I was gonna also, in response, exile your own guy. I think they were pretty honest, just black-white cards. That's kind of the danger of Cube, is, like, you can just kind of be, like, this fair deck that you don't have the right pieces, or don't even have them but don't draw them. Like, for white-black, you don't have your hand disruption, or, like, your taxing creatures, and then it's like, you're just kind of playing this fair deck into potentially other extremely unfair decks. So, it's arduous, there's no doubt. You can definitely get cooked pretty hard. So, just hope to keep plugging away. I mean, I think this deck's pretty solid in terms of a Tellurian Academy deck. I don't think my piloting is great, but we're a little rusty, but we'll keep plugging away at it, try to get some more wins. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Hope y'all get to play some Cube Draft. It's just such a fun thing, and I like that there's power on Arena. Like, it's really neat. When I was in the alpha for Arena, I was just like, man, one day I'll just be able to just draft when I feel like it, and it'll be glorious. And, like, it really has been. As much bad mouthing as I do of Magic and its absolutely ancient resourcing system that ruins most of your games, it's still fun to be able to play when you feel like it. Opponent goes first. We can play Triome on 1, hold up Counterspell on 2, and try to navigate our way into a game plan further from there. Haywire. Okay. A lot of people main decking Artifact Hate. Oh, baby. Opponent. I love it. I'm going to be sad about it, I'm sure, but I love it. It's like a Nadu style deck. Umazawa's Jite. I think we're going to have to counter Jite. It's just going to let that Haywire Might snowball a little too quickly on us. And they would have been able to equip there and hit us, and it just makes the clock too fast. And that's really pretty untenable for us. Could hit him with the balance, but we just lose too many cards in hand. I think we're just going to play out Metal Cyst. If they want to use Haywire Might on it, they can. I don't mind that. It's trading a card for a card. It's okay. See, towards this gem. Makes sense. I like that. Don't break that. Just really haven't seen any artifacts. I guess we'll expressive iteration, see if we can find anything. Tezzeret can go into hand. Mountain, and consider. We shall consider. I guess I'll take that. It's probably better than the average draw for me. Blood Farm, Spellbomb. It deals with their token as well, so they can blow up the Spellbomb with the Haywire Might if they want to. Next, we'll get to Tezzeret, and we can find something. Lorium Revealed's definitely not pulling its weight right now. Well, that's very bad. I'm just going to be able to make an army of Haywire Mites. I guess I'll take the hit. I need to find something to answer this board. I'm just stunned with one artifact, or two with the Nettlecyst right now. In a deck with, like, I think 11 or something of them. What do we want off of this?
My empire will span the stars. This will suffice for now.
I guess we'll just take Mox Opal.
Soon you will grovel.
Should put the other one on top. We'll just make a Sunbaked Canyon. We'll just pay 2 life for this. We'll just block. I want to block anyway for balance reasons. So we'll get the trigger. We paid for it. Balance here down to 2 cards. Do I lose a land? Yeah, that's fine.
My network is already vast. Even the smallest trinket has its use. All too easy.
Okay. A lot of rethinking there. Thanks for sticking with me. STP again 8. They can Nettle Cyst up their Nantuko and take out Tezzeret. We have a draw 3 in our hands, so I don't hate that. Okay. We do have a Suplex in our deck, too, to deal with Skull Clamp.
Quite a moment for you, hero.
Okay. And card's pretty good.
I battle for the forces of good.
And Construct.
Allow me to
Equip. Island. Turn. I think we just bounce that token.
awaken.
Just have two counters open here. It's just double artifact, we win. A suplex or Kappa Cannoneer. So I'm either blowing up your Skull Clamp or you're just letting me kill you. Yep. We're forced to block the 14/14. I think we just mana drain this. Okay. Got him. I don't think there's a reason to let him search for any art or any equipment. They were playing Jite, Skull Clamp, and Nettle Cyst. They probably have Batter Skull. Definitely an argument for just let him tutor for the whatever the thing is and then tap out and play it, and then you mana drain that, but it was late enough into it that it's like, if your last card's a Haymaker and that was the bait, I took it. It is what it is. I do think it cleaner probably to not worry about it, but the way they were playing, it just led me to believe that their last card was a non-card. Don't know what it would be, maybe something situational. Because they didn't play a land out when they had the Springheart Nantuko, and they could have and then Skull Clamped it. So I don't believe it to be a land. It was something that was just, I guess, irrelevant. Definitely some cards in Cube that are like the power level on turn 1 versus turn 12 is marked, like the Moxen and things like that, where it's just early in the game, it's out of this world, like the most powerful thing you can be doing, but late in the game, it's one of the worst draws in your deck. So, hey, Tolarian Academy's in our opening hand. We have Mox Opal, Soul Ring, Retrofitter, Spellbomb. So we can do some things. We can play Soul Ring, and then play Pyrite and Retrofitter, for example, and then play Mox Opal. And then the Tolarian Academy taps for a bunch on turn 2. So we're on the draws, the negative, but on the bright side of things, this hand is awesome. Awesome. Play a Verge. Play a Soul Ring. Oh, if we get Mana Tithe, that's sad days. Play a Mox Opal. Play a Retrofitter. Play a Spellbomb. Hold up a red to use the Spellbomb. And the turn. They have something they want to do. They didn't do whatever it was it seemed like they really wanted to. Mach D. Okay. Do I just blow up the Mach D? Taps for 3. I think that's fine. Well, that's really good. Play Tolarian Academy. Can play Iteration. Oh, no. Oh, I can't do it that way. Okay. I think we just pass then. I think tapping the Academy is just too big of a cost. When we have Mana Drain plus activate Retrofitter up, it just seems insane to do something else. We can make a token easily here. We can make 2 tokens here if we want to. We can make several things here. It's not a big deal. Grab a basic island here. So maybe it's just Ralgrin, because that lets me tap. Like an expressive. Put 1 into your hand. Put balance in our hand. 1 into the library, mountain. Arm.
Say hello to my sweet friend.
And then pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. So 5 mana on the Tolarian Academy at the moment. Can easily boost that up. Generous Plunderer. Whisper Sentinel. hovering over every permanent. Lightning bolt? Like, what are we doing? What the heck are they doing? Really, really hovering over that retrofitter. Can you destroy it? If so, you should. No reason to untap it there. I think we just attack with the Construct here. Once again, it seems like they have something they really, really want to play. Really in the tank here, and I'm not quite sure I understand why. The Construct. I think we'll play out Sunbaked Canyon. That lets us draw a card. We'll end the turn there. Lots we can do with all this open mana. It was a burst lightning the whole time. You got it.
There are great battles to fight.
Oh, they gave us a treasure. How generous of that plunderer. The plunder is scary. There's no doubt. We have 8 artifacts. But it does get blocked. Ocelot Pride. You got it. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do not have the city's blessing. We're gonna throw away the plunderer. Should do it. Yeah, casual 33 damage. They could have held back 14 of it and gained a life. They could have held back actually a decent amount of it. Still lost, but they could have. Could have held back 27 of it and gained a life. If we get the artifacts and we get the academy, we roll. But getting all of those puzzle pieces together sometimes, it's a little too slow. And that's definitely when we tend to suffer. Okay. So starting town that comes in untapped. We could play a Pyrite Spellbomb. We have a Legion Extruder. This is... Opponent goes first. I think the Spellbomb and Legion Extruder is enough interaction to get us time into the One Ring, Tezzeret, and such. So I think that's totally fine. Island. I'm not going to run into a Spell Pierce. Not yet. Island. Okay. Starting town. I think we'll start off with a Spell Bomb, see what they do. Just resolves. Mox Opal. Resolves. Soul Ring. Resolves. Tezzeret. Resolves. Minus Tezzeret. Mox Emerald. Mox Emerald. Resolves. Okay. And they scoop. Okay. Yeah, I don't blame them. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, deck didn't come together. I don't feel like trying to wade through this mess. Okay, up to 5 wins with this one. Again, appreciate you all being here. If you want more content like this, arena content, whatever you want, just make sure you let us know in the comments. Happy to provide whatever people want to see, most assuredly. If you haven't subscribed, it is immeasurably helpful. I don't often ask for those, but I would appreciate it greatly. If you've made it this far into the video, you're at least tolerating me, so I appreciate that as well. Give it a like if you can, give it a subscribe if you would. It helps the channel. Oh, it helps the channel a lot. Trying to grow it as much as we can with the limited amount of time that we all have as some working class adults, parents, significant others, all of those things. So life is tough, but we like hanging out playing games with you. And definitely appreciate the support. Hope you all get to play and have a good time on Powered Cube. Definitely feel free to share what you've been playing, what you've been up to. We'd love to hear about it. We get to go first. We have Emerald, Opal, Spellbomb, One Ring with a Saheeli. The question is, how slow do we want to take it? I think we want to I think we're just going to burst first because we get to Saheeli on turn 2. So we'll play Starting Town, Mox Opal, Mox Emerald, Pyrite Spellbomb, pass. Descendant of Storms. We shall go land. One ring. Draw card. Ooh, they were Mox Sapphire. One ring to blow up my One Ring. Oh, they blew up my Mox Opal. That's interesting. Let's draw some cards. 2 land, 4 cards. Legion Extrude and just blow up the Lurian, or the... We can play Saheeli, but then we can't really follow up. So I think we want a Legion Extrude here, and then maybe Cantrip. We'll just blow up the Descendant. And we'll Ponder. I think these are all fine. Do I? Yeah, I guess I do that. And we'll just blow up the sucker. That just buys us the most time. Let's see, Chariot. Never mind. Back to game on here. Golos blocks the Chariot pretty effectively. Take action. Get our Tolarian Academy going. See if we can stay in there. Next turn we might be able to Nettle Cyst and Kappa Cannoneer potentially. We can start off with a Saheeli for sure. I will block with Golos. I have a balance, so I'm not super worried. May need to balance here. We'll see. I think we start off with Saheeli, though.
Behold, new wonders.
Even these strange metals answered me. There is no system I can't improve. All too easy. I expect success.
I think we can kill them next turn. That's fine. That's not scary enough to counter. Yeah, I think we can kill them next turn. My island. So whenever you play... just enters. Okay. I don't want to go shields down on that, so I'm just going to play Karn. Okay. So then I get to Karn. I get to plus. Well, I get to move the... I get to activate Saheeli, make one of these tokens into Kappa Cannoneer, or just use Kappa Cannoneer, and then be able to make one gigantic Kappa Cannoneer and one smaller Kappa Cannoneer. So we definitely had them. I think a Kappa Cannoneer on its own was close to 20 damage. So 6 wins, looking pretty good. We managed to rattle some back off. I was hoping to get at least 5 wins with this deck. It's solid. Again, as far as I can tell. This one's a little clunky, and it's on the draw, but, I mean, I think we can... We can Scalding Tarn for a Raugan Triumph, which gives us all of our colors. We can consider on turn 2. I think it's fine. It's not... It's really soft, but it can do some stuff. Tezzeret helps us find a Soul Ring if we want it. Then we can Golos into our... Solarian Academy. So, I mean, we can get there. It's just we need the benefit of time. Okay. Yeah, I think here we just get the Raugan Triome. Okay, play a Mountain. Play Aether Spellbomb. And we'll pass. So we can bounce or draw a card. Here, I'll just take the hit for 3, that's okay. My turn, and a turn I'll consider. See if they let me. Expressive Iteration. I don't think I want that. I think I'd rather have the ability to get to more lands. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Do I want to Tezzeret? Yeah, I think I want to Tezzeret, right? This is tough. Next turn feels like one ring almost no matter what, so maybe I just try to Tezzeret here. Okay, resolves. -3. We have to get Mox Emerald. This might take a little bit of time. This essentially buys us time, right? Like, it helps us find an artifact to power up our Solarian Academy. Endurance. Okay. Not a whole lot of time. Something will go after Tezzeret, so they're just trying to beat down. That's fine. That I will. Force of Negation.
Enjoy your win.
Okay. Have to play the One Ring here. So there's Beatdown. Red green beats. We got balance pretty badly. Have the blessing of being able to bounce something. So I played Golos. I think we just get blue-white tap land. I'll take all of our mana, and I don't think that's worth it. We can make a blocker, and we can bounce something. Don't know if there's enough we can do in time, but we'll see what we can do. We're going to have access to a good amount of cards. They have mana? No. I think they just have crew up, and I just don't think they realize they can crew. That's pretty good. I'm at 3, though. Or attacks. I got to activate. I can suplex my One Ring. I think I have to do that. Oh, cancel. Let me float. And red. Just a 5/5. Okay, it's about as much damage as I think I can do to them. They scooped. That was enough damage. Ooh, that was close. I think with the counterspell in hand, we locked it up pretty good. They would have had to draw very well that turn, so Emrakul coming through at the end. Take their turn and mess them up pretty good. Wipe their whole board. Awesome. It was a cool deck. We got to do the thing. I haven't gotten a good Academy deck in a while, so this was solid for sure. We got to do the thing, got to punch them, got to make a ton of mana, got to draw a ton of cards with the One Ring. Exactly what these decks want to be doing. We're like Ugin short of like something really, really special. But I think this was really awesome, and I hope that you had a good time. Appreciate you hanging in there for this particular draft. Again, we're here every Thursday with a new video here on Superliminal Entertainment. Until next time, cast more spells.